What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hidden Heights Farm Vlog. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to be doing a review over this Camp Chef pellet grill. And this is a Woodwind model, and we have been wanting to get a pellet smoker or grill for a long time. These things are so much easier than your traditional ways of cooking with your wood logs. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. I do like the traditional type of smoking as well. But this is something you can kind of just get going, put your meat on. It has this awesome hopper here. Fill it up, you can leave, set your temperature to where you want it, and it's going to maintain that temperature. And come over here and check out this hopper here. So this is a hopper that has the wood pellets in here, and I've already got some in there because when you first get these wood smokers, you want to read the manual, and on the instructions for this manual, it wanted us to adjust the temperature to 350 degrees for 30 minutes, and that pretty much just burns off all the oil that they have in it, and it cures the paint. So with that being said, today we're going to do a review over this pellet smoker using a couple of chickens. So I have a whole chicken, and then I have another whole chicken that we butterflied or spatchcocked, cut the spine out of. And we're going to do that, but first let's talk about a little more about these features on here. So like I said, you got your automatic thermostat and all that, and we'll get to that in a little bit. You got your bottle opener, and you got this knob here that is for direct or indirect heat. So if you want direct heat, you would pull this out, and I'm not going to take it apart and show you guys everything, but pretty much what that does is it allows the flames to be direct onto whatever meat you're cooking. And we're going to do indirect today, so we're just going to use the heat with no flames. But you got quite a bit of cooking space here, and we've already done a pork butt on here just to make sure we know how we're using this thing and everything before we did this review. So just knowing that, we're going to go ahead and put it on this bottom grate. But you do have a lot of cooking space. You could do two different racks here. Slide them out of the way so we can do that. And first things first, I'm going to go ahead and get this hopper filled up with some Camp Chef pellets. And the ones I got in there right now, we just kind of cured it and cooked that pork butt with the competition ones. This one is a charwood charcoal hickory blend. So I'm really eager to try these. Alright guys, so I'm just going to fill this up probably halfway or so with and I don't know if I said earlier or not, but this hopper will hold 22 pounds of pellets, and I think that's what this whole bag is about 20 pounds. So this thing will hold a whole bag of these pellets, so you can smoke for probably a whole day without ever having to replace this. So what's nice about that is if you want to get this started, we live on a farm here, so we're always outside working. Get up in the morning, get your meat on here, get it started, and leave it. Just make sure your hopper's filled up and you got your temperature set where you want it, and it will do the rest on its own. Alright guys, we got our hopper filled up with the wood pellets, and now we're going to get this thing turned on and get it to temperature. For these chickens, we're going to do 250 degrees, and I'm not going to give a time frame on how long it's going to take. We're going to let the chicken decide that with the temp probes. I'll grab them here in a minute. We'll plug them in when we get the chicken on. But we want to get the chicken to 165 degrees. That way it's safe to eat. So right now, if you all want to come over here and look a little closer, what we're going to do is go ahead and turn this unit on. And this will require AC electric to run this temperature probe and to run the smoker. So we got it turned on, and we're going to set this thing at about 250 degrees. And like I said, we're just gonna let it cook until the temp probes say that the chicken are 165 degrees. So the heat's gonna be at 250 degrees, however long it takes to get that chicken to 165, and then we'll stop it. Okay guys, so I removed the grills and the grease trap, and this is what the auger looks like when it's feeding the little pit down here, and there's a little heat probe that heats up, and it gets those pellets heated up. So it's doing its thing now where it's filling up that little pit, and that temp probe or the heat probe should start heating up here in just a minute. You'll start seeing smoke. I see the smoke coming now. And that auger actually adjusts itself to slow down or speed up. If you guys can see that, there's a little bit of sparks down there, and it's starting to do its thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this grease trap back on there and put the grills back on there. I just wanted to show you guys how this little pit worked. And the way this grease trap works is, I'll show you, it's kind of angled. Alright, so you can see it's kind of angled down. That way the grease comes down this way and it funnels down into this right here, this easy little bucket you can take and dispose of however you want. So I'm going to get the grills put back on before this thing gets too hot. I'm going to close it and let it get up to temperature before we put our chicken on. Alright guys, so we just turned it on, got it started, and it took maybe 3 or 4 minutes and it's already up to temperature at 250 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and I'm going to get this chicken, throw it on there. And first I'm going to place this whole chicken here. So we got a nice rub. I'm going to put it breast down. And on the top chicken, I'm going to put it bone down so the breast is up on it. And now what I need to do is get these temp probes. I want to get these temp probes put in here. And there's a nice little hole here on the side of this grill. What you do is just move this aside. Run it through there so you don't have any openings in your lid and it stays good and sealed. And what you want to do with these temp probes is stick them in pretty much the thickest part of the meat without touching the bone. Stick these in the thigh. And once these get to 165 degrees, we'll know they're done. I'll come back here shortly and show you guys how to check the temperature with these temp probes because there's some buttons on here, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Okay guys, so now we're getting, I got our temperature reading here at 154 degrees. I'm going to show you how these temp probes work. So temp probe X is the top one, so we want to check the next one, which is Y, and it changes it, and you can see that's 155. The smoker's still at 242 degrees, and the top probe X is 154. Hit it again, you go to Y, 155. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn these chickens, so hopefully we can get a nice color on both sides of them. Be careful doing that because they can be hot. So let's turn the spatchcock one over first. See there, it kind of looks like a rotisserie chicken with a nice coating on it. Turn this whole chicken here. Alright. So it looks like it's coming along good. It's only got about 10 more degrees to go. I'm going to put the different probes back in them. Remember, when you're doing this, try to shove it in like the thickest part of the bird without hitting bone. Alright, so we're going to wait until these get to 165 degrees and they'll be done. And another thing on these pellet grills is you don't want to open these doors more than you have to. So you don't just want to come over here and open the door to take a glance at it just to see what they look like a lot of the times, because what happens is you let a lot of that heat escape and then it knocks your overall temperature back down. So see, I'm back down to 219 degrees right now, so it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get back to 250, but no big deal. So we'll see y'all here in a little bit. Alright guys, so the chicken that was split in half or spatchcocked, it's reading 172 degrees. And I know you guys can't see this. We didn't realize that until we look back at the video. This just flickers on the video for you guys, but the whole chicken's still at 152. The spatchcock chicken is at 172. But we're gonna go ahead and pull that spatchcock chicken off. Temp gauge out. This chicken is done. Flip it back over. Got a nice golden crust on it. The skin's all nice and golden and crispy. So we're going to close this lid and let this chicken continue to cook to get the temperature. Alright guys, so our whole chicken has reached 165-degree temperature. So we're going to open up the grill. Go ahead and pull out the thermometer and put it on the pan. Wow. Flip it over so it looks like. Y'all see that? Nice crispy skin, nice golden brown. So let me set this in the house and I'll show you guys how to turn off this grill. Okay guys, so we're done cooking. What we're gonna do is this has a shut off dial on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on shut off and it'll start cooling down. I'm not gonna go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and let its temperature come down before we turn it off. That way it kind of cooks all the pellets, or the fire kind of burns down all the pellets that's in the pit. I'm going to go ahead and pull our temperature gauge out and store it in the house. Alright guys, so we got this chicken brought in the house and you can see, like I showed you earlier, this nice golden brown skin. It's pretty crunchy, and now I'm going to cut into this. It looks like it's still really moist. I'm going to cut into the breast just to get a piece out and we can take a better look. I didn't mean to cut all the skin off, but put on this ball. Oh yeah, that's super moist, super tender. So this is one of the better ways to cook chicken. You know, I've had the traditional types of smokers in the past, and fighting with the temperature, and if the weather or the wind isn't just right, you know, your temperatures fluctuate. You got to keep your fire going. This is the right temperature, and this right here, you set it and pretty much just walk away and it will maintain that temperature for you. But as you guys can see, this chicken looks awesome. Can't wait to try some of it. We're gonna eat it for dinner, and it's super moist. It's not dried out at all, so anybody should be able to get one of these grills, these pellet grills, and make the same type of meat. Alright guys, so the cook on this chicken went really well. Our review on this grill, we are very pleased with this grill. It's super easy to use, and come over here and look at this. So this chicken cooked between 3 and 4 hours, and we only used maybe 3 or 4 cups of these pellets. So that's not very bad, because we used a lot of heat and cooked 2 whole chickens and only used a minimum amount of fuel. As soon as this cools down a little bit, I'll go ahead and turn it off. Alright guys, so one more feature I want to show you guys before we get out of here is the ash pan. I'm going to get a oven mitt and show you guys. There's still some pellets in there cooking down, burning up. But to do that, you just pull this handle right here, lift up on this little safety tab, pull that, and that lets all the ashes fall in this little pan I'm fixing to show you guys. Alright. And it is right under here. You just reach there, and that's all the ashes we got from the 3 or 4 hours of cooking. So very minimal ashes. And it's easy to reach and easy to get to. Alright guys, so our pellet grill's cooled down quite a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it to off. And here in a little bit, when it cools down, I have an outdoor cover that they sell with this too that's not very expensive. And even though this is under a covered patio, we go ahead and cover it to keep the bugs and everything else off of it and any rain that might spray on it. But overall, I'm going to give this grill a great review because it has cooked really good food for us and it's super easy to use. We haven't had any problems with it at all. And the customer service has been great. If you get online, you can find tons and tons of ideas on other people using this same exact grill. The price is great. There's a lot of different types of these pellet grills out there. And this is one of the most competitive prices that we have come across. And that being said, that's going to pretty much conclude our review. We also have some attachments that we're going to try to do a review on as well. And be looking forward to that. We're not going to talk about it tonight, but here before long we'll try to show some of the attachments that come with this grill, and we'll try to use them as well. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw and you guys like farm animals and such like that, then please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.